Hey girlies, my strawberry banana pudding recipe is quick and easy and perfect for any occasion. Let me show you how to make it.
I touch that five you. I do that 3 1 times again. I touch the five you. I'm so that like you that.
So in honor of me kickstarting my YouTube journey, I decided to recreate my first recipe that went viral on TikTok, which was my red velvet banana pudding. But I don't make the same thing twice. So today we're making a strawberry banana pudding. Now one thing y'all gonna learn is that me and Duncan Hine go together real bad. So the first thing we gonna do is whip together one of their strawberry supreme cake box mixes. But of course we gonna tweak it just a little bit. So instead of water, you're gonna use 1 cup of milk, and instead of vegetable oil, you're gonna throw in half a cup of melted butter. And the only thing you're gonna do like the box says is cracking in these 3 eggs. And if y'all gonna be true subscribers following my recipes, y'all need to go make sure y'all stock up on this Mexican vanilla, because like Frank's Red Hot, I put this shit on everything. Now you're gonna go in and grease down your pans real good. And don't be shy, we not rationing around here because we don't want our cakes to stick. Now that our cake mixes are well combined, you're just going to throw that into your greased pan. I'm using a 9 by 13 inch sheet pan, but you can really use any size because we're just going to crumble this cake up later. So you don't have to make it all cute. But before we get too deep in this video, let me just thank all of my subscribers that follow me over from TikTok. Because TikTok been playing in our faces too much, and my type A personality can't do the inconsistencies. Either ban them or don't. But don't be messing my anxiety like that. But go ahead and knock the air out your batter and bake it like the box said. Now here's where things get interesting. So normally I would do half regular milk, half Nesquik, but I got milk in the fridge and syrup in the cabinet. So to 2 cups of cold milk, I threw in about half a cup of strawberry syrup, because baby, we're gonna use these groceries we got at the house. And for my pudding base, yes, I'm an instant kind of girly, and I always stick to French vanilla and banana cream. Now, since we use 2 packets of pudding, you're going to need 4 cups of milk total. So you're going to throw in your first 2 cups of your strawberry milk, and then you're going to throw in 2 cups of just plain old milk, because we don't want that strawberry flavor to overpower anything. And I hope you kept that vanilla close, because you're going to add in a splash of Mexican vanilla and a little sprinkle of cinnamon. And you know people get a little bit butthurt when it comes to pudding. So I like to add a little disclaimer that, baby, this is how I like to do it. And if you see something in this video that ain't for you, you can do it however you like. But remember, you came here for a reason. And after you beat that pudding up, you're going to cover it up and pop it in the fridge for at least an hour. Now let's get started on your cream cheese mixture. So in a separate bowl, you're going to throw in a can of sweetened condensed milk and an entire container of whipped cream cheese. You can use regular cream cheese, but I just feel like whipped blends together way better. And do I need to say this? Of course, splash a little bit of vanilla and a sprinkle of cinnamon. I'll blend that mixture up on high speed until it's nice, silky, and smooth like this right here. And by now, your pudding mixture should be set in the fridge. So you're going to go ahead and grab that, and you know it's ready if it jiggle, but it's still firm like a good BBL. Now you're going to combine your cream cheese mixture and your pudding. And if you have a stand mixer, pop it on stir. But if you're doing it by hand, just mix it until it's well combined. So the last ingredient that you're going to add to ensure that your pudding stays light and doesn't get heavy is going to be an entire container of whipped cream. You're just going to gently fold that in. So now your pudding mixture is finally done. So you're just going to scrape down your sides, cover it up, and pop it back in the fridge for at least an hour so that all your flavors can marry together well. And I'm a firm believer in clean as you go. So take this time to tidy up so that when you're done, you can dive into a bowl of pudding and not a pile of dishes. And now it's time to chop up some of nature's candy. So since it's strawberry banana pudding, we had to have some fresh strawberries in there. So we're just going to wash some off and chop them down. And y'all, Walmart did they big one with these strawberries, because they produce be a little scary sometimes, but these actually look pretty good. Now we're going to chop up some bananas, and I only chopped up 2 because bananas in banana pudding is such a controversy in a Black household, and I don't feel like hearing nobody's mouth. But y'all, this fruit looks so good that I could really just eat it by itself. And I know y'all forgot about y'all cake, but it should be cool by now. So we just going to crumble it up and try to avoid the edges and stay in the center, because we want all the fluffy bits. And the cookies that I'm using are these great value vanilla wafers because groceries are high, and these holiday themed chessmen cookies because they were on sale. And now that we have everything prepped and laid out, it's time to start assembling. So most people will do a layer of pudding first, but I like to do a layer of cookie first just because I feel like it gives it structure. So I do a layer of both cookies, then I throw down some cake crumbles, and of course we got to go in with a layer of our fresh fruit. And once you have everything laid out the way you want it, you're going to go ahead and top it off with a layer of pudding. And make sure that you seal your edges because you don't want your bananas to turn brown. Oxygen is a banana's worst enemy. Now that you have your first layer of everything down, you're just going to repeat the process and build to the top, kind of like lasagna. Now, when I posted the preview for this recipe on my TikTok and Instagram, I got a lot of questions asking if I made a strawberry crunch for this. And as you can see, I did not make a strawberry crunch. I just feel like throwing in a crunch will be kind of pointless just because once it hits the moisture of the pudding, it's going to get soft and take on the same texture as a cake would. But comment below if y'all do want the recipe for my strawberry crunch because I could definitely make a separate video all about the crunch. And now that we've reached the top, it's time to make her pretty and add on our decorative layer. So everything you put inside of your pudding, you're going to want to put on top. And by everything, I mean everything except for bananas because like I said, it will turn brown. And just like that, you just made a strawberry banana pudding that I promise you will be the showstopper at any gathering. Now you're gonna wrap it up and pop it in the fridge overnight or for at least 2 to 3 hours. And of course I made a little side dish because I live in a black household, so I'll get cussed out for taking a chunk out the middle for content. But baby, let's cut the cameras. It's time to eat.
I testify for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I'm so that like you that.